So that was the alarm which I set to wake me up. Anyway, as I was saying, a friend of mine said that quarantine food is basically a class of cuisine which only a select few people will probably ever get to taste. So I should do like a food review or rating. Alright. If you're watching, shout out to you, Nikhil. I've also been asked whether I can stream this live on Twitch, and the answer is I probably could, but I don't want to. I mean, as it is, it's hard enough for me to figure out when to eat and when to talk. I mean, I don't want to have another like I don't know, interface where I have to interact with fans live. I mean, at the end of the day, it's it's still my food lah. No. So there's a wonton. I have no idea what's inside. Probably prawn. Let me check. Veggies, broccoli, some cherry tomatoes. My mom did say that I should probably just shut up and eat. Don't talk so much. I don't know if you prefer that. Quite honestly, I think I'll just do whatever I want. Alright, I'm trying to bite the wonton in half and see what's inside. Whoa, damn. I think it's prawn. But honestly, at this point, I can't tell because I just dropped it into a pile of cream, so it all looks white. Yeah, it's probably prawn. Alright, at this point, I suddenly just realized something. Are they gonna be giving me water to top up? Actually, I suspect I'm gonna have to drink tap water. Yeah, it's Singapore. Yes, that's where the kettle comes in as well. But generally, I mean, like, so water is technically supposed to be potable both in Malaysia and Singapore. I think you won't find any self-respecting Malaysian drinking straight from the tap. We just don't trust the taps. They're all badly maintained. You probably get food poisoning. You drank directly. Yeah. So funny first story. First time I came to Singapore, actually, so I came to Singapore like I had to go for some conference organized by the Ministry of Education. You know, sitting there in the hall, just trying to figure out where to. Yeah, firstly there was a huge lack of water coolers, so I wanted to refill my water bottle. And I went up to one of the MOE officers and was like, hey, you know, where can I get water? I want to drink. And she was like, yeah, just go to the toilet lah. Turn on the tap. And I was like, I mean, I don't think anyone in Malaysia would ever suggest that, but yep. So yeah, on to more topics of the difference between Malaysia and Singapore. Tap water. I guess. I mean, the irony, of course, being that most of the water you get in Singapore, well, I'm not sure about these days, but like at least in the past, most of it was probably Malaysian water in the first place. In the sense that Singapore buys a lot of its raw water from Johor, the state of Johor, and then purifies it, and then sells it back to Johor. And it's a huge political sticking point between the two countries for years now. These two countries being Malaysia and Singapore, of course. You know, the price of raw water and treated water, whether it's fair, whether Malaysia has a right to, you know, revise the price. I think they've gone for arbitration actually. So we'll see. You know, honestly, I'm actually genuinely quite impressed by like the cuisine here. Like, yeah, fish is nicely done. It's a creamy sauce to it. I guess my mum wouldn't like it. Yeah, cause she ain't into that dairy. But I'm fine. I'm good. Told you I have a mucus issue. It's not a COVID thing. Well, I hope. Christ, it'd be terrible if I got COVID actually. I don't know, to those of you watching wherever you are, how's the COVID situation at your place? It's been close to a year now. Seems like things got really serious in this part of the world. I still remember because celebrating my birthday in a bar. A couple of friends. This was in March. when the well, firstly the Malaysian government collapsed, the old Malaysian government collapsed. That was back in February. A lot of political drama, blah blah blah. Then in March, on my birthday, they announced that they were gonna lock down the whole country. Like nobody leaves, nobody enters. I remember being really like, I reacted really strongly at that point in time. Could be I was drunk. I remember mostly, I never thought it would, you know, necessitate such a drastic response. But I think if anything, over the last year, we've shown that well, lockdowns work, but you really gotta stick to it lah. And if you let it get out of control, it comes a point where it's really hard to put a cat back into the bag. I don't know why they say that. I mean, like, to me, it's pretty easy to put a cat back in the bag, right? I think most of you have cats. You will leave the bag alone. Cat will probably crawl in on itself. So yep. Dessert. Should probably put this to one side. My rating of dinner, I'll give it a 4 stars. Fish is a little bit more salty to my liking, but in general I am prepared to eat like really really bland food. Or to put it another way around, I think what I consider salty is probably just fine for most people. Taste, as they say, is subjective. Yay. Oh well, I mean that's the point. I put the plastic back there, right? I mean, paper. Yep. Well, it is a pity that, you know, every meal is gonna come with so much plastic in the form of like the packaging. I honestly wish it could be otherwise, but I think there's a balance to be struck when you also have to isolate, you know, contact between the person under quarantine and the people preparing the meals. I'm saying it's impossible, but it's also an issue of cost. Look at me, sounding like some capitalist governments when they talk about, you know, matters of environmental concern. Oh, it's not always about the environment. It's also an issue of cost for the economy. Sugar biscuit. I'll slow down my eating a little bit for the people who are tuning in for the ASMR purposes. I'm seriously gonna get fat, man. 14 days of this. Kind of full at the moment, because if you recall, lunch was actually served pretty late. This is only at what, 3 hours ago I ate that whole packet of basmati rice and curry. But better eat, man. You get 3 square meals a day, and that's it. I mean, you get to order extra from room service, or you could even do like there's a list of not sure whether you can see it here. Delivery options. You know, Deliveroo, Foodpanda, Grab, FairPrice, RedMart, Cold Storage. I'm trying to cut down on that. One, cause I'm cheap. Two, I mean, environmentally, it's also better if you don't have to keep on calling these people. I do think the 3 meals a day are probably more than enough. What I would probably like, and if I were to compare it with the meals that I got in Malaysia, was maybe to have more fruit. So the great thing about Malaysia was that I think at every meal we would be given fruit, like an apple, an orange. Once we even got a persimmon. Kind of regret not eating it actually. I don't think I'm going to get scurvy as a result of this diet. Yeah. But yeah, fruits maybe. Oh wow! Apparently the bags are water soluble. It's pretty. That's pretty cool. A last piece. Yep, that's it. That's day one. Dinner done. So I'm gonna go wash up now and get ready for tomorrow, where I will be attending a court hearing from here. See you guys. Bye.